All right, happy Wednesday night, everybody. Welcome on into the daily broadcast. Glad you're here with us tonight. We got a lot of stuff we're going to get into tonight. We got Texas Tech basketball. What if Wednesday? Ichiro not being unanimous to the Hall of Fame. Unbelievable in baseball. Baseball hates baseball. Lady Raiders win earlier today against Houston, Kansas City, and Buffalo coming up this weekend. Whatever you want to get into tonight, we got plenty of things for you to chime in, and that's what we want you to do. The early arrivals, let us know the audio is good, the video is good as we hang out here in the broadcast studios tonight. Easy to do thanks to United Supermarkets. Give us thumbs up, give us hearts, whatever it is, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, at Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube, free channel, on Twitter, on X, at Ryan Hyatt Media, and Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Easy to do. Easy to do. So we want you in thanks to United Supermarkets in Market Street. See, look at that. James, thumbs up. Craig, the talking box is on. See, we're ready to go on that front. Like we said, what if Wednesday? We love old history. On Wednesdays, we do that. Today's question: what if Tom Brady had been a Dallas Cowboy? What if the Cowboys draft Brady in 2000? Dave Campo, the little general. What if the Cowboys drafted? Anybody could have, you know, he lasted until the sixth round. What is the career like for Tom Brady? Could Tom Brady have overcome Jerry Jones in the front office? What happens on that? You tell me. Tech basketball, big win last night at Cincinnati, 81-71. We'll go through the impact of that, why it matters, and why you need to ignore certain things that are prevalent in the media that just don't matter. I'll explain that in a second. And then we had the question today: Ichiro, not unanimous. Does anybody care about the Baseball Hall of Fame anymore? I don't. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt. TheRaiderland.com is our website. We start the day every day giving you our question of the day. You can weigh in on that, get your comments in. We give you the awesome, hot and fresh Raiderland hot links. Hat tip, by the way, screen caps, Joe Kinsey, Outkick.com. We saw what he was doing about a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago, and said, hey, we can do that for West Texas. You go there for national, you come to us for the West Texas hot links. But yeah, Joe Kinsey, everybody, if you want to get on Twitter, give them a shout out and say, thanks for being the inspiration. Definitely follow what they do. So what if Wednesday, Tom Brady is a Dallas Cowboy, men's basketball, Ichiro Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame's useless anymore, and whatever else may be on your mind. And there's always more on your mind. And that's what we want to do. We want to hear from you on that front. All right. So jump in. Brought to you tonight by Shropshire Agency in Lubbock, Texas. They're independent. They've always been independent for darn near 70 years, doing the best they can to make your insurance needs taken care of, and maybe even figuring out things you didn't even think about. Give Jeff and the crew a holler tomorrow. Tell them we said hello. Also brought to you by Gators Bayou. If you love a little hot, spicy Cajun food, Louisiana-style food, and a cold drink, and a great place to watch a game and hang out. And today they had on Classic Rock. We went there this afternoon. Yeah. Thank you, Nick. We appreciate that. Gators Bayou, 98th and Slide in Lubbock. Drop on by, tell them we said, hey, but man, if you're looking for some, this time of year, gets kind of chilly, whatever, you want some hot, spicy food, go over to Gators Bayou. All right. Jump in now. Get your comments in. Cheers to you. Glad you're with us. Spread the word, by the way. Everybody who's watching can share on whatever platform you're on Twitter, on X, at Ryan Hyatt Media, on our YouTube channel, which I highly encourage you to subscribe to because it doesn't cost anything. You might like watching it there, but everybody can get in on the comments thanks to United Supermarkets and Market Street. There's one supermarket around here that supports Texas Tech. There's another that sends their money down to Austin and puts their name on scoreboards around there. You make your call. You do what you want to do. It's up to you. Brady would have had Dave Campo as the head coach. Yes, Dave Campo, Mr. 5-11, 3 straight years, would have been the head coach. Does Brady overcome that? Can Brady overcome that in Dallas? Did he have to go to New England to have success? James, Brady would have 7 less Super Bowls than he does now. Well, that pretty much sums that up. Thanks for playing, everybody, on the Alt History tonight. That's it. James is done on Facebook. Until Pete Rose is inducted in the Hall of Fame as a player, I could care less about the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Actually, I could not care less. They, Baseball Writers Association of America, the voters and everything, they consider themselves the guardians of the game. You will find no more ardent historian of the game and lover of traditional baseball than me. However, the Hall of Fames have rendered themselves useless, mostly, even the NFL, even most other brick and mortar Hall of Fames, with this sanctimonious attitude that so many of the voters have. Put in Pete Rose and say, yeah, he gambled on baseball. He was a great player. He was a flawed human being. And yeah, he violated rules. Put him in. If you want to put in the steroid guys, same thing. Nobody cared about Mickey Mantle doing so many greenies just to get up off the trainer's, table for a 1 o'clock first pitch that he could barely see straight. Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about what the guys were doing in the 70s. We have this artificial arrogance of morality. Now, the whole thing on Ichiro, the one voter who didn't do that, I'm afraid to ask why not. It can't be baseball. Are you a racist? Are you one of those that says, well, we didn't put in so-and-so as a unanimous first ballot, so we can't do him? That's stupid. If you want to fix the balloting on baseball, make it public. 100% make it public. Unbelievable. Just some stupidity that I can't fathom in my my little brain. Just we're trying to do what we can. So we have What If Wednesday. What if Tom Brady had been a Dallas Cowboy? What career does he have? Was he so good that he could have overcome the Dallas Cowboys of the early 2000s? Dave Campo, the coach, Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, everything else. That how much of it depends on where you go? And we can ask that question. The backside of that question is, what if Patrick Mahomes goes somewhere other than Cincinnati? Sorry, other than Kansas City. How much of your career depends on where you go when you go there? You tell me. I'll give you my thoughts on Tom Brady. That if the Cowboys had drafted him in the 5th round in 2000, what I think would have happened. Maybe. No, I'll tell you, it's just always a maybe. Same guy who didn't vote for Griffey Jr. the first time. Yeah. It's easy to forget the early Brady had the support of a solid Patriots defense. No, the first, 7 years, great defense. He did not have to win games himself. And in fact, that was one of the beautiful things about New England, other than maybe the Randy Moss year and maybe a Gronk year, that he was never really asked to go put up 35 points a game, 30 points a game. Off the United Supermarkets chat line, Mahomes dodged a huge bullet when the Bears took Mitch Trubisky, the great workout warrior out of North Carolina. Yeah. It could have been there. It could have been Arizona. It could have been a lot of different places. So we asked the question, and that's kind of what we get at, that great players, if they go to the wrong place early on, what happens? Some of them maybe never recover. I'm not saying Mitch Trubisky was a great player who went to a bad organization. Don't get me wrong on that, okay? I would use the I'm going to go way back here, all right? I'm going to go way back. That Jim Plunkett comes out of Stanford and gets drafted by the Boston Patriots, the Boston Patriots, then the New England Patriots. And it's horrible organization, horrible deal. But then when he finally gets to Oakland, he gets with John Madden and Tom Flores. Guess what? He wins the Super Bowl. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Would that have been the track, by the way, of one Tom Brady if he gets drafted by the Dallas Cowboys? I think it would have been. He goes to Dallas in 2000, languishes there in the organization for a couple of years. Maybe has a good year or whatever, and then Jerry said, "Nope, shiny new toy. We're drafting somebody else." And Brady goes somewhere else. Don't know where it is. Pick a team in 2004 that says, yeah, we'll give him a shot. And he gets in the right place or something, and then he evolves into a second contract great quarterback. That would be my best guess as to what would have happened had he ended up a Dallas Cowboy. That not much happens differently. And he leaves after his rookie contract, and he goes somewhere else and has success. You know? Bledsoe wouldn't have become a Dallas Cowboy. Well, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Because remember, why does he lose his job there in New England? Romo doesn't become a Cowboy. Romo was late draft pick. He could have become a Cowboy anyways. Would Brady have made more money as a Cowboy? No. And I say no because he would have come in as a late round draft pick. And I don't think he would have survived the mayhem of the early 2000s Cowboys, who still had dead cap money, were just floundering around, had Dave Campo as a coach, that I don't believe he could have survived it. So, no, I don't think he makes more money as a Cowboy at all. And then I don't think they re-sign him because I don't believe that he would have given them enough reason to do it. I don't think he could have overcome it. That's my point on the what if, that Tom Brady, for all of his greatness, part of it is going to the right place, the right structure, and the right time. Part of the greatness of Patrick Mahomes is that he did not end up a shithole organization trying to overcome crap. That no matter how good you are, if you go to the wrong place at the wrong time, you might not get through it. And that's why I use the Jim Plunkett example. Jim Plunkett and Archie Manning are two interesting case studies, kind of coming into the league at the same time, go to crappy organizations. Archie Manning never gets to a good organization when he can actually play. We can talk about the Oilers when he goes there, whatever. But Saints, horrible. Plunkett gets out of New England and gets to Oakland after Stabler, obviously. And I mean, he's been in the league a decade now. And finally, he gets to show you what he can do with a good team. You know? Let's see. Do the Cowboys miss out on Quincy Carter experience? I mean, who didn't want to buy a jersey for that? There's a reason Elway didn't want to go play for the Colts. Exactly. He signed with the New York Yankees out of Stanford and said, if you don't trade me, I will go pitch for the Yankees. And George Steinbrenner's like, you can come pitch for the Yankees. Why I never begrudge a player for utilizing whatever leverage you have to utilize. All right, so that's the what if tonight. Tom Brady drafted by the Cowboys. What do you think happens? What do you think happens? What do you think he does? Let's do Tech basketball real quick. 81-71 over Cincinnati last night. Another road win. Good, solid second half for the Red Raiders. JT Toppin continuing to be a stud. Do I have the numbers still up? I thought I did. Maybe I don't. Let's see if I got them. That ain't it. That ain't it. Where are we? There we go. Yeah, Toppin last night, 20. 17 for Chance McMillan. A very workmanlike night for him. 8 for Hawkins on the night with 3 assists. Then you had the Christian Anderson experience and Kevin Overton. Hi there, Kevin Overton. We'd like to welcome you to the 2025 conference season. 14 freaking points, 21 minutes off the bench. And then I really want to call him Cadillac Anderson, Christian Anderson, 18 points. He, dare we say, is what you wanted and thought a couple of high-profile players over the last couple of years would be. And he actually may be. And that's good. You know, it's a really good thing. So last night, Tech wins 81-71. Their hoopshd.com number goes to 29 on the hoopshd.com nitty gritty. We follow two websites. We told you this before, and we're going to tell you again tonight why we pay attention to it. These guys put together metrics that put together the NCAA tournament field. And we really don't care about day-to-day KenPom or net rankings or anything else. I don't care about that. Those are predictive numbers for a game-to-game matchup. That's all those are. They're not predictive for the NCAA tournament. I care about the NCAA tournament. I don't know about you. I can figure out what the point spread's going to be and what Tech's going to look like going up against somebody. What I really care about is the field in its reality in the moment. HoopsHD.com, Bracketville.wordpress.com, the two best. Dave Ahmed, Bracketville, Chad Sherwood at HoopsHD. They do a nitty-gritty number every day. It's updated. Go to their website. 29 today. That's the highest it's been. Maybe even going through last year. They are the number one seed on the seed line on that bracketing. I say tomorrow. Yesterday, what's today? Yeah, yesterday, Bracketville came out with their updated projections on the field, and Dave had them at an 8 seed, which is about right. I think that's where it is. 10 days ago, you were firmly on the bubble. 14 days ago, you were outside the bubble. Huge wins by Texas Tech basketball to do it. Now, you've got to continue that, right? You can't give anything back against Oklahoma State. You can't do it against TCU. We are seeing, though, with this Texas Tech basketball team, particularly on the road, they've never been 4-0 to start a season in Big 12 play in history, that they are trying to solidify themselves inside that cut line. You want to be on the 8 to the 7. Get 7, you can get to 6. Then the question becomes, how high could Texas Tech play themselves to? I think if everything went perfect, maybe a 4, maybe. Hard to get. Then you go, well, do you really want to be on the 5 line with the old 12-5 upset thing? Yeah. Be a 5. Be a good 5. Don't be the crappy 5. Everybody thinks all the 5s lose. They don't. Maybe one every year. Every other year and maybe every third year, 2 lose. Trust me, be a 5 over a 6. All right? So, big win last night. Here's what I want to say, though. Ignore the KenPom numbers. Ignore the net numbers, everything else. Pay attention to the tournament numbers, all right? And that's hoopshd.com. That's Bracketville.wordpress. Nobody does it any better. Telling you right now. Alan, Christian Anderson is what people wanted TJ Shannon to be. Bold statement, and I'm not saying you're wrong. We've got a pretty small sample size, but dude, the last week and a half, 2 weeks in Big 12 play against better competition, he is giving you every reason to keep him on the floor as long as you can keep him on the floor. And I want Grant McCaslin to have a problem with minutes. Like, how do I distribute them? I want that to be a problem. What was his numbers last night? All right, so Anderson last night, 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 7 3-point shooting. And you still shot too many three-pointers, 1 of 8 to start the game. You're not a three-point shooting team. You shoot too many three-pointers. Grant, listen to me. Limit the three-point shots. Hawkins, 1 of 8. Not good. 0 of 2. Darian Williams. Kerwin Walton, 0 of 1. It takes guys like Overton last night, who's not going to do this every night, at 3 of 5, and then 3 of 6 for McMillan. In fact, I would tell Elijah Hawkins, you get 2 3-pointers a game. That's it. 2 3-point shots a game. The rest of the time, give me more assists. You only had 3 last night. 3-2 turnover ratio. That's not good. Is Tech rebounding real good or just good timing? Can't decide. I think they're a good rebounding team. The problem with Tech rebounding on the numbers is on the offensive side, they're taking too many long 3-point shots early in the progression, and you don't have anybody underneath to rebound. I think the rebounding would be much better. The number would be much better if they would take better shots in the progression. What was the offensive defensive numbers? Yeah, so you had 10 offensive rebounds last night, 24 defensive rebounds. That should be closer. The reason it's not, they take early 3-point shots in the shot clock progression. Shouldn't do it. All right. Robert Delgado, going back to our quarterback discussion, Elway was a left-handed batting shortstop that the Yankees were going to move to third base. Yes, he was. He was a lot of things. What's the we were talking about this a second ago. What's the ceiling seed-wise? 4, I think, would be tops. I don't think you can get to 3. So 4 is tops. 5 is reasonable if everything goes good. 6 is where I think they'll end up. His name is David Collier, everybody. He can be found on TV on KMAC 28, your ABC affiliate in Lubbock, Texas. The Allman Brothers, nitty-gritty dirt band talk. Absolutely. Doesn't get much better than that, right? Jacob's View, great show, sir. 29 and yet to see full healthy team in conference. Talking about the Hoops HD number. I think we're getting closer to the full. I think this is what this team's going to look like going forward. James McMillan, a streaky shooter, consistent would be better. Yeah, and that is the way some guys are. So I don't think it'll change. Alan is on our Twitter and X feed at Ryan Hyatt Media. Don't cost nothing. Also, by the way, everybody get on and subscribe to our YouTube channel tonight. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube. Don't cost nothing. Just subscribe, and then everybody who's on YouTube, just hit like and share and grow it. And we're looking for 500 people. That's all. 500. Be awesome. Oh, hold on. Attack the rim and shoot corner threes. That's the winning combo on offense for Tech. I would agree foremost with shooting or attacking the rim, that this team is so much better when they're moving downhill. When they play defense uphill and deny and take away, they're really good. When they attack the basket, they're so much better than just running offense outside the 3-point line and beyond the foul line extended there, and nothing ever happens. Just forget the rim's up there. Go get to the rim. Good things happen for this team when they go to the rim. It's like a hockey team. You want good things to happen? Put the puck on the net. Shoot the freaking puck. Get a power play and you take one shot? Really? What the hell's wrong with you? Take care of Oklahoma State. Tech going to be ranked next week. They're in one of the rankings, I think. I thought this week. Were they not? Maybe. I thought they were in one. Maybe I missed it. I don't. And you know what? And I'll say this, Jacob. I really don't give a damn about the AP poll or any poll. The polls don't matter. Ignore the polls. Polls are stupid. Not Polish people. They're brilliant and have great cuisine. All right? They give us solidarity in Lech Walesa. But a dumb fan is the fan who pays attention to polls and then pays attention to Ken Palm and net rankings. That's a dumb fan. The smart fan pays attention to David Collier on KMAC 28 and what's going on in Red Raider Nation. That's the smart fan. We got time to talk about Ichiro not being unanimous. The Hall of Fame is useless, stupid, whatever. I don't know what to tell you other than I would really like to find out who the person is who didn't vote for him, what his reasoning was. I hope it's not something born out of other than just baseball ignorance. But there's zero reason why, if you have a vote for the Hall of Fame and Ichiro Suzuki is on the ballot, that you don't go check. Every ballot should be made public. I was a member of the Baseball Writers Association of America for 1 year. They asked me for money, and I was like, I can't afford this. But it's a sham. In most of the Hall of Fames now, and I shouldn't get too excited about it because I can't stand the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and most of the Hall of Fames are useless and stupid now. They are wedded to a 1950s or 60s mentality. The brick and mortar Hall of Fames, nobody cares. Nobody goes. So why do I care? Well, I do care for some reason because I'm a stupid baseball fan. Probably voted for A-Rod, but not Ichiro. Got him confused. Chiropractor. What? Chiropractor? The same as. I have no idea what we're doing there. Since Pete Rose is dead, the lifetime ban should be over. He should have been in 30 years ago. You know? Congrats to Karsten Charles. Oh, CC Sabathia. Sorry, I was small on the screen here. I look over here. I got another screen over here. Like, what? Yeah, CC Sabathia. Should be in. Yeah. But I just don't care anymore. Yet I still did a commentary on it because I care. I'm a degenerate baseball fan. I admit it. I hate that Major League Baseball hates baseball. I hate that the Pro Baseball Hall of Fame, which is not governed by Major League Baseball, hates baseball. I'm running out of baseball to watch. I like the Savannah Bananas. If I could watch the Savannah Bananas one night a week, that might be just good enough for me. I lived long enough to see the Rangers get a World Series. They probably won't get another one anytime soon. Okay. Get me back to Omaha, Texas Tech. College baseball is like my last kind of not pure because there ain't nothing pure about anything in college. Not the way we talk about pure. I shouldn't say that. But college baseball is probably my last refuge of baseball enjoyment. That I just enjoy the games and that I can sit there and be a media fan guy. Tadlock, get me back to Omaha this summer. All right. CC should be hitting be in for hitting a batter. Retaliation lost a 500,000 bonus. Yes. We should mention the Lady Raiders won today. They got to Houston, I think about a week ago, trying to beat the weather. Got the win easy, 62-44. Keep winning, Krista. Question. No, that's not a question. I see that is Bulldog 55 on our YouTube channel. Congratulations to Billy Wagner, go Astros. Yeah, Wagner was in on his last go around. Last chance to get in. I'm not saying he shouldn't be in. Hey, let more in than out in. That's my motto. If I'm working the door at a club, I'm like, yeah, let's have more people in than less people standing out here. Let them all in, everything else. But he was an interesting career that it kind of took a little while to get everything going. But good for Billy Wagner. Good for the Astros, you know? Now, what about Chris Sampson? Houston Astro legend Chris Sampson. Can we not get anything in there? Anything? I am intrigued, and I only got like a half a second here, that if I had a ballot, right, in like for 8 years or 9 years, I said, no, you're not a Hall of Famer. What the hell did the guy do the last 2 or 3 years not playing the game, not doing anything. Then all of a sudden I wake up and I go, oh yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. I'm going to write his name down. But to me, that's part of the stupidity of the Hall of Fame. I mean, almost you ought to have like 2 years. Either you go in first ballot or you go in second ballot, or like what changes? What did we figure out about certain players? I think that's the arrogance of the voters, not not have anything to do with players in their career. What changed? You know, what how did we wake up one day and go, oh my gosh, this guy actually was a Hall of Famer? Are we that stupid on the front end? The answer is yes. Yes, we are. Been a fun night. Big day tomorrow on the website. Overrated, underrated, rated right Thursday. We give you a topic, kind of an area to go off in, and you guys can tell us what things in that topic are overrated, underrated, and rated just absolutely the way it should be. So I want you to check it out tomorrow morning, theraiderland.com. The last thing I want you to do tonight, I want you to share this and put it out there on the internets, whether you are watching our YouTube channel, and even if you're not watching on YouTube, Twitter and Facebook people, go to YouTube, subscribe. You don't have to watch it, just subscribe and share it. Drive our numbers up. Same thing if you're not watching on Facebook, you can go to Facebook if you got it and subscribe to our channel, and that helps grow everything. And I can't imagine anybody who's not following us on Twitter, but if you're not, at Ryan Hyatt Media, we would appreciate that. And everybody who shares this and everything else would be cool. You can share what we did earlier today. We're going to post this on the site here in about 15, 20, 25 minutes or so at theraiderland.com. That's what I ask you guys to do. You guys are fantastic. That's why people like the Shropshire Agency advertise with us. That's why people like Gators Bayou in Lubbock advertise with us. Same thing, United Supermarkets. They know that y'all drive business. So help me grow that even more. And we're going to welcome a new sponsor onto the show tomorrow night. Can't wait to do it. Oh, I can't wait to do it. I mean, your exteriors are going to be ultra better when we get done introducing our new sponsor tomorrow night. It's going to be really cool. So I want you to do that. Let's see. One last comment coming in. Should Hall of Fame voting be a player's vote? I'm not opposed to it. Heck, I'm not opposed to saying it should only be voted on by the that we just started today and said only players in the Hall of Fame can vote for other Hall of Famers. I mean, isn't that like joining a fraternity that the guys in the fraternity vote to let you in, right? I mean, we could do that. We got enough people now. We got enough members of the Hall of Fame that the Hall of Fame players could say, yeah, you get to join our club. I think I'd like it more than that than the media. And then maybe Dale Murphy would get freaking in the Hall of Fame. I ain't against it. All right, you guys are awesome. We appreciate it. Everybody watch David Collier, KMAC 28 on your local ABC affiliate here in Lubbock, Texas, wherever you may find it. We'll see you in the morning, theraiderland.com.